His name is Benjamin. This is Benjamin the frog. And he does not like me. I'm moving dirt into different spots. He is not particularly happy. You're not going to move and show the people? He's got a leaf as a hat right now. Oh, there he goes. He just jumped. Yeah, there's a lot of worms in here, and I did not expect to find a frog, but I did. Okay, so what we're doing here is I pulled everything out, and then I used the weed eater. So now I need to rake that out. These are the plants that I pulled out. Each one of these is gonna be a new plant. Each one of these are iris. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? You are now a moderator. Yeah, these each one of these, you can see how many there are there. Each one of these, that's going to be a new plant. That's how the iris propagate. And so the ones in the 1 gallon, I already moved 2 of them. That's those guys right there. The ones in the 1 gallon got to go up to 3 gallon. And where they came from, the ones in the 1 gallon, is when I cut these. You got to cut below. You got to cut below right here, like down here. And because this is the part that's basically the new plant. And so that's what the 1 gallons are. Is I already did that, whether it be 3 months ago or 2 years ago. That's what I did. Is I took these, and that's what they become in the 1 gallon, and then you move them into the 3 gallon. That's the way I do it. And so, as you can see, the next couple of days I'll be going through all of that. So we'll see all that in either lives or videos. And then over here, what I did with this. I cleared all this, got these here. The cranberry hibiscus are going to come here, but when I clear that out, I stacked some of the pots and used some of the dirt, and this is all the debris from trimming plants, and you'll see the rubber trees I did the other day. I haven't picked up the leaves yet. Sometimes I just leave them because they're what's called biodegradable. That means they'll kind of become part of the earth. So I'm about to rake that area out so I can put these iris back in there. So it doesn't look like a lot, but all around it, I just moved the closest ones and then weed eated around it. So that's just the first step. That gives you a little bit of room. Now I can put these plants back. So I'll be clipping all of these. To make new plants. So I'll be doing that too. Okay, I think I got it backwards. May have to adjust that. There we go. Yeah, that's what we want. Turn it a little without making the foam fall. Perfect. there. Yeah, when we do this kind of work, we have to clear that so that then we can put the other plants back. But we're actually not, I don't think I'm going to put them back because I still have to trim them. I'm probably going to trim them on the porch. So there, I can give you a better look at what I'm doing there. Oh, it's kind of falling all over the place. I don't know if that's a good view, but that's what we'll do. Okay, so what we're doing here, we're taking these 1 gallons. They need a lot of trimming, but we're using them. And here you'll see there's even new plants on this. But what we're doing is we're taking these and moving them to a 3 gallon. I'll probably be on the porch when I trim them because it's easier to sit down to do all this kind of work. So now we've got one, now we've got another one in the 3 gallon. And we've already got 2 of them. I want to put them back, but they're not, I want to trim them first. So, if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing, that's what the hell I'm doing. These are our best friends. These are what's called worms, and they help. I don't know if you can see how well you can see that. I need a camera person because I got it facing the wrong way. But yeah, these are worms, and they are our best friend. They will make the dirt good. Okay, so now we've got another one. And so now we've got one. Got one that was already in a 3 gallon. It needs a lot of work. We've got one that's still in a gallon. We've got one more to do. Looks like one more. Yeah, and then we got the aloe as well. Probably do the aloe on the porch. So one more, and then we'll start cleaning up. Um, Yeah, if you're in the chat, feel free to chat, and I will check the chat in just a minute. In fact, where I'm at right now, I don't even think you can see me. So I definitely need camera people. But check and see if the live is still going. Yeah, it looks like it's still going. It looks like I got one person. Where I just was, I don't even know if you can see me. I think I was right. Yeah, I think I was right there, so I don't even know if you can see me. Alright, we need a car. I think I left the car on the side of the house. I hope nobody stole it. Y'all are gonna come with me. We're gonna go see if the cart's still there. I didn't feel like moving it to the backyard because I was being lazy. But if someone stole it, I don't know if I can find them, but I will definitely not be happy with them if someone stole it. And it's still there. Thank God. This card, I tell you what, I've known a couple people who let them go to hell. Like they beat these cards up, and then they don't worry about it and just leave them laying around. And I'm here to tell you, almost every job I've done, whether it be landscaping or moving a whole bunch of plants somewhere, like as a job, I'm always like, dude, you need a cart. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, bro, there's this cart that's kind of like a wagon, and it will save you a lot of trouble. If you don't got this cart, I don't know what you're doing. But any kind of job where you're moving plants or bags of concrete, whatever it is you're doing, if you don't got this cart, every now and then you got to check to make sure the wheels aren't flat, because the wheels every now and then need to be aired up. Other than that, that cart's worth like, that's $1 million tool right there. Now the aloe, I do not have. Let's see. I do not have aloe. You need you're supposed to use cactus soil, and you can't use sand. I might use sand, but some of these are aloe, and then there's the iris that I've been working on. And so part of this area, we removed this circle all the way around it, and now we've got new area to put plants right there, right next to the other things I've been working on. And there's the rubber trees that I worked on the other day. And so, yeah, so we're about to load up a cart. Oh, yeah, you can see the cart. Okay, that'll work. Yeah. Yeah, this cart, I'm sure it's probably true about a lot of carts. This cart, if you can, you want to get it completely full, because if you go over bumps, mostly these wheels can handle most everything. But if you're going up over a curb or an entrance, uh, if it's completely full, the plants won't fall over. But if it's like halfway full, the plants basically got to be against each other. So when you're packing it, you want it as close together as you can, so that they don't fall over. Some of these don't need to go. And then, like any job, I also have to pick up all the pots that we used. That's part of the job as well, of course. Just picking up all these pots. I don't know if you can see them. You should be able to see some of them the way I got the camera. But I don't have the camera where I can see you, or I can't see what I'm doing because I got it turned around the other way. So, both picking up pots is part of it. Let me check the chat and see if anybody else is here. Not, there's two people, I guess. Phoenix, I don't know if she's still here. There's still some dirt in this one. Having extra dirt like this is a good idea. Oh, there's our friend the frog. Come here, buddy. No. Okay, this is our buddy the frog. This is Benjamin. We saw him earlier. I don't know if you can see him the way I got this. But this is Benjamin. He's a frog. And he's in charge of the dirt. So we're going to put him back where he was in the dirt. Because he likes that. I don't know why he likes the dirt. I don't know if there's bugs in there. But frogs, you know, sometimes they like dirt. You doing all right, buddy? Are you stuck in there? Do I need to let you out? You want to get out? Come here. There you go. And that's Benjamin the frog. Here, we'll turn the camera so you can see him better. That's him right there, running away. I don't know if you can see him. But yeah, that's Benjamin. Yeah, he's in charge of the dirt, but he wanted out to go explore, I guess. He's not hopping now. I think he just hopped a little bit. He's hiding under that branch. Yeah, he's a good frog. That's good. Part of gardening is always you're gonna have, you know, life, whether it be frogs or snakes. Which I'm really surprised we didn't run into snakes today. All right, so Mr. Benjamin is going into where I cleared out. He's going into the where it's still overgrown. He likes that. That's good. He probably wants to hide and feel safe. This is a pot where whatever plant was here is no longer alive. That happens sometimes. The pot's all busted to hell. So we are gonna keep the dirt. Try to remove as much of that plastic as possible. There's plastic in there because that pot just couldn't handle it. Same thing with this pot. This one, oh God, the long guy, me and the long guy, we got to the point where we can have a conversation. But as you can see by this pot, he had a streak of time where he felt it was a good idea to run over my shit. I probably $300 worth of damage total when you talk about all the pots. He'll just run over pots and shit. And some people have said, oh, it's because your shit's in the way. Well, that's all good and fine. But some people have said, hey, the long guy can't just destroy your shit. So we finally got where we could talk. And I was like, look, you're breaking my shit. I need you to stop or I'll fight you. You know, I don't want to threaten somebody. I'm going to fight him. But yeah, he kind of turned from like a dickhead to just a jerk. So that's good when you can make those kind of changes in your life. I didn't even want to talk to him because I was sure there was going to be a fight because there's no reason to take a lawnmower and a weed eater and break my shit. That was just stupid. There's nothing to gain in that kind of destructive behavior. As you can see, these kind of pots, that's someone might say, oh, it's just the weather. No, he's running over my shit. Asshole. So yeah, that's that. You can see it here too. Like you don't have to do that with a weed eater. That's just stupid. You know what I mean? It's like, what kind of dickhead would do that? So yeah. He hasn't done that. He hasn't done that in a while. That's old damage. But yeah. Yeah, if you've been following my channel, the papaya tree, it looks like it's going to have fruit this year. But it's a little late. It's got flowers and it looks like it's about to turn into fruit, but it's a little late in the year for all that. They will grow into the winter. They'll grow from summer to they'll grow from summer and sometimes be ready in the winter because they take a while. Because a papaya is a big piece of fruit, so sometimes it takes a while to develop properly. So all this extra dirt, we keep that because that's going to be used in whatever project we're doing next, which we'll be doing in just a second. No. So here's the damaged property. This is just some of it. This is what I would use if I was trying to prove that he damaged, my property. But I don't want to fight with him because, my dad hired him. So if he wants to cut the lawn, hey, that's all good and fine. But to be destroying people's shit, and then, I got to get a new pot. So, there's always assholes. But I'm actually happy me and him have finally got to where we can talk to each other. And I talk to him, it's important to talk to people. I talk to him about, the projects that I'm working on will clear area where it's easier for him to do his job. Because like I said, a lot of people would argue that I'm in his way with my plants. But you do not have to destroy shit to cut a lawn. You got to go around it. So, okay. So, whatever work we need to do now is clean up. So y'all are about to move, and I don't know if you'll fall. But I'm lifting this whole, you guys are on a stool, and I'm lifting the whole thing to get over here, because now we're working over here. Who is that? Hamd Gnat. Hello. Yeah, we are doing yard work. This is gardening and plants. This is a rather big, production. This is over 1,000 plants. Once you get over 1,000 plants, you always got a lot of work to do. So things like the extra pots that I cleared out earlier when I cleared out this area, that's important. let me see. I think I'm gonna weed eat over there before I stop. Oh, that plant's not doing too good. I did a cutting. I did a cutting of a Crowton, and it doesn't look like it's doing so hot. This was a tray, and these plants here, they didn't make it, and then weeds is growing in it, and the dirt is still good. It's lost some of its nutrition over time, but it's still good. So we saved that. We saved the pot. We'll need the pot in spring. These little pots are very, 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 very important. They're almost more important than the big pots because this is where when you plant things, and let's say pepper plants, tomato plants, whatever it may be, they go in these first, and even peanut plants. Everything when it sprouts up, then I transfer it into these. So these are actually, it may not seem like it, but they are super important. This is one of the most. If you got these, you're good to go. Now some trays, the dirt stays in the tray. So when you go to turn it, all the dirt's gonna come out. And I'm like, no. I want like an individual pot, and that's what this is. So these little pots are very important. So what ends up happening is all the pots that were in there, these are the pots that were in that tray. And so they'll be ready in spring to put, whether it be green bean plants or pepper plants, squash, whatever babies. Put them in these first. And some people are like, why don't you just put them in the big pot first? Well, I don't know exactly why or how I figured it out. But what happens is you put them in these little pots and their roots will fill up the pot. And so between 2 and 5 weeks, then they're ready to move into a big pot. So if you're wondering, hey, why don't you put them in a big pot? You put them in these little ones, their roots will fill up the pot. And I don't know why, if you put them in the big pot first, and I kind of knew this without, I don't know how I knew it, but I kind of knew it. If you put them in a big pot, whether it be like a tomato plant or a green bean plant, the roots don't spread the same. They, for whatever reason, that little pot is what does it. So now the tray has some dirt and things in it. We're going to clear that out. It has some roots, plants growing in it. And now it is ready for spring. Now we have a tray. Now we have a tray we can use for spring. So all the work I'm doing now should have been done the second half of September. So I think I'm like a month and a half behind. But if I can get it done, it's basically you're stopping for winter and then you're getting ready for spring. So you're kind of doing two different things. You're all that work should be done. Now plants can still grow. Plants can still grow in the wintertime and here in Florida because it's warm, but there's changes in the plants. Some plants will die off and you have to clip them back. I was doing the ginger earlier. Ginger is one of the examples where you cut it and then it'll grow and then it'll come back in spring. So if you're ready at the right before October, the second 2 weeks of September, and if you're ready for October, then you're ready for spring. So being behind is terrible, but I'm getting a lot of work done, and it's hard to. I've been working a lot, and it's hard to manage with work. I'm looking for another job right now, but I've been working so much that the gardening kind of needs like 4 people at this point because I'm beyond 1,000 plants. So to have this amount of work is if you're juggling that with work, it becomes very because when you get home from work, you don't want to do this kind of work. That's just kind of how it is. So if you're trying to do gardening and you're trying to get above 1,000 plants, just know it's a lot of work. If you're just doing like if you just have like 30 plants, it's not bad. But at this point, I think it falls under. I don't know for sure, but it might fall under a farm laws with it being that many plants. I don't know if that's considered a farm or not, but so now let's see. Let's move. So we got this area cleaned up, and we got the cart ready. So now we're gonna turn this around so you can see the cart. And we have the rake. We're gonna put the rake away, and we have. See, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about that guy did. You can't run this shit over. I mean, some people will say, "Oh, it's in the way." I don't care. That's destruction of property. It makes me want to throw up. I need to water all the plants too. Let's see. We got rake. We got weed eater. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the cart from this angle. Let's see if you can see the cart. Oh yeah, you can see the cart good. Yeah, that cart is how we're gonna move the plants. Let's see, who is this? Van Samaker? Velen Malcolm Samaker. Hello. So now we're gonna move the cart, but I also have to water all the plants. So I might end the live. Yeah, I think I'll end the live, and then I'll pick it back up once I'm working on the plants, because I gotta water all the plants. So I'll be ending the live, and I hope you guys are having a good time. And as always, I love you all, and I hope you're doing well.